Good day, everyone. So, continuation for our discussion for our week 10 of GMDSS. So, for today's topic, it is about the GMDSS components. So, it is included with your pre-final examination, this topic. And first, the VHF DSE. So, we are all familiar how to use the VHF DSE kasi nasa MFHF na tayo. So, the VHF DSE, it is called the line of sight transmission. So it depends on the instance of the height of the appropriate antenna. So last presentation, pinakita natin na yung line of sight, yung nakikita nyo yung pinaka station na tinatawagan nyo, but also on transmitting power of the station. So generally, it can assume by range of transmission approximately 30 nautical miles, ang layo. So it has no noted that the coverage range of the DSC transmitter is higher than that of a voice transmission. So that is the component for our VHF DSC. Then the public correspondence is in any telecommunication except ang distress, urgency, or safety communication. So which of these offices and station must kept for exchange and a station open for public correspondence shall have a AAIC, so which is the one who guarantees the accounting for the telecommunication. So kung si ITU, which is the International Telecommunications Union, yung nagre-regulate, yung nagagaranti naman pagdating sa accounting of telecommunication, si AAIC naman. So sabi dyan, every ship-borne maritime VHF transmitter must be capable of varying its power output between high power and low power. So the high power output must not fall below 6 watts. So ibig sabihin ang ating high power hindi daw bababa sa 6 watts. Then for our low power, high power 6 watts but not exceeded naman daw sa 25 watts. Pagdating naman daw sa ating low power, high power yun. Pagdating naman sa low power daw, it varies between 0.5 watts to 1 watt. So again, for our high power, 6 watts but not exceeded until 25 watts. Pagdating naman sa low power, 0.5 to 1 watt. So to avoid interference, the lowest necessary output power shall be selected when installing VHF contact. So bakit mahalaga yung low power at high power output? Kasi first, if you need to connect, for example, sa ating coast radio station, kung makikita nyo dyan, no, yung vessel, malapit lang siya sa coast, then tendency, kung ganun lang kalapit, bakit mo kailangan magtaas ng power output? Ba't kailangan mo mag-high power output? Kasi kapag nag-high power output ka, yung range niya, makukuha niya pati yung malalayo. So, ang sinasabi dyan, to avoid interference. So, yung interference na to, we are referring into the yung ingay. Nagkakaroon ng mga simultaneous na voice from other ships in which we are not interested with or in which we are not connecting them. Alam nyo yun, yung kino-cover nyo, pati yung layo nila, pati yung station nila, pero hindi naman natin kailangan marinig yon. Kasi ang kailangan lang natin ganito ka lapit na range. And if we're turning into a high power, the more na mas mataas yung power output natin, the more na mas malayo yung mako-cover natin. So if we're only needing na malapit lang naman yung station na tatawagan natin, so we turned into a low power output. Ngayon naman, sir, kapag ang low power output, bakit nagkakaroon ng interference? Alam niyo yung nagkakaroon ng feedback naman, kaya kailangan ma-minimize natin yung paggamit ng high power kasi ang nangyayari, kapag sobrang layo, nako-cover natin pati yung mga malalayong station. Then, kapag naman sobrang lapit, tapos gagamitin natin is yung kapag sobrang layo, tapos gagamitin naman natin sobrang lapit, hindi naman natin maaabot yung range ng layo ng station. So, we should be familiar when using low power and high power output. So, that is the difference. Again, for the high power output, it must be not below 6 watts until 25 watts. So pagdating naman sa low power, 0.5 and not greater than the 1 watt. And for the establishing stations in close distance to a transmitting station. So VHF radio transmission most mostly the low power output should be sufficient while contact between the station in a fairer distance to other high power transmitting position. That's like what I've said earlier, no? So the ITU, which is the International Telecommunications Union, frequency band of 156 to 174, the maritime mobile VHF services. So originally daw, the range was divided into 28 channels. So from 0 to 28 channels. Ayun daw yung channels natin na ginagamit on the radio station initially, no? So the additional channels got denumbered from 60 to 88. So yung mga additional daw yon, nagsisimula siya sa channel 60 to 88. No, yung sinasabi natin na channel 1 to channel 28. Magsisimula siya sa 60 to 88. So the numbering already existing equipment needed not to be changed worldwide. So regarding with the frequency, 60 now is the first channel. Kasi sabi 28 channels, no? So magsisimula daw sa 60, which is the first channel, followed by the channel 1 in a distance of 25 kilohertz. So every channel daw is magkakaroon ng distance na 25 kilohertz. So doon mo malalaman kung anong channel yung gagamitin mo. Kasi by distance, 25 kilohertz yung difference nila. So in a distance of 25 kilohertz followed by 61 in a distance of 25 kilohertz. So example for the figure which of alayan, dito tayo. So regarding with the frequency band of channel 60, now is the first channel followed by the distance of 25 kilohertz. Parang the same lang siya. So in the VHF band, simplex channels are used as well as the duplex channels. So operation of the simplex is an operating on one single frequency of telecommunication channel, in which channel is alternately made possible in each direction. So ayun daw yung simplex operation. For example, by means of manual control. Pagdating naman sa ating duplex channel in which TX frequency like 157.4 MHz and RX of 1.62 MHz. So duplex, ibig sabihin dalawa from the word itself, duplex, are to be used for the communication of ship and coast station. Ginagamit natin is duplex. So syempre, pag simplex kasi, we are referring into ship-to-ship communication. Then duplex, syempre, we are communicating with the ships to ship or ship to ship, then also we're communicating with the coast station. Just like what we did on the simulator no nakaraan, no? We're contacting the Kobe radio station. Then meron din tayong semi-duplex operation. So for the semi-duplex operation, it is a method of occupying two-frequency telecommunication channel on which simplex operation at one end of the circuit and the duplex operation at the other. So ibig sabihin, you are using simplex and you are using duplex, but not fully simplex, not fully duplex. Kaya tinawag siyang semi-duplex. So the most important VHF channels are their applications are shown on this table. No? Papakita ko sa inyo kung ano ba yung mga channels na kailangan nating gamitin kapag tayo ay nasa isang radio station. First, channel 70. Nakikita niyo yan sa VHF DSC. So DSC stands for Digital Selective Calling. So DSC, Distress Alert. Ano ba yung mga distress alert? No, yung mga sinasabi nating mga nature ng distress like piracy, abandoning, man overboard, and also we have urgency. No, yung medical assistance, no, yung diniscuss natin sa laboratory. Also we have the safety and routine announcement. So special may be used also by aircraft station. So hindi lang si ships yung gumagamit, also is aircraft station can be used this channel 70. So again, DSC alert. So makikita niyo yan sa VHF DSC, may alert tayong table doon or alert button. Then next, voice, distress, urgency, safety, and routine calling. So if si channel 70 is only for alerting, pagdating naman kay channel 16, we are using voice communication. Meaning we are using only the channel 70 kapag nagbibigay tayo ng alert. Then, kapag dating naman kay channel 16, we are using voice. Magsasalita tayo. No? Just like nung nakaraan, yung pan-pan, 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 no? Kapag urgency. Then, for the channel 6, we are referring to the call of ship-to-ship or ship-to-search and rescue operation. So, sir, bakit natin pinag-aaralan yung mga channels? Para aware kayo, saan ba natin gagamitin yung channels na yon? Ano bang channel tayo mag-tune in just in case magkaroon ng search and rescue operation? Baka mamaya tumatawag kayo sa channel 16 and that number is not being used for search and rescue operation. Walang tutulong sa inyo dyan if you're in a search and rescue operation. So again, ship-to-ship search and rescue operation or the safety-related communication we are using on channel 6. And then, sabi dito, it can be used also by the aircraft station. Then next, if you want to talk with your colleagues or other vessel, no, sa intership communication, so you can use the channel 13. For example, naka-tune in lahat tayo 'di ba sa channel 16. Sir, paano 'yon? Dapat sabi nyo naka-tune in tayo sa channel 16. Paano natin sila makakausap sa channel 13? Simple as that. You can contact them via channel 13, via channel 16. Then once you initiated the communication, then switch to channel 13. For example, MB Alpha, this is MB Bravo. Please come in over. So that is for the intership communication. Ay sinasabi natin na tinatawagan natin yung other vessel just for the safety of navigation of the ship. So it is also been used for the movement of port operation service. So kapag meron tayong inter, then meron din tayong intra, just like what we have on our discussion last week 9 or week 8 yata. So inter naman, it is a onboard communication. So power does not exceeded in 1 watt. Meaning, we are using a low power output. Sir, bakit channel 15 and 17? So it's either channel 15 or channel 17. Bakit? Kasi baka mamaya naka-anchorage kayo tapos kinakausap nyo yung, kunyari mo, meron tayong, di ba, magkakaroon kayo ng anchoring procedure. So sa anchoring procedure, normally si captain nasa bridge. Then si chief officer, for example, nandun sa forward para magbagsak ng angkla together with the bosun and OS and some other AB. So ngayon, yung form of communication nyo is through radio. Then, you are using now channel 15. Pero dahil nga mag-a-anchorage kayo, nakastop kayo dun sa certain position, then meron din kayong katabing vessel in which they're already anchored and they are communicating and using the same channel, channel 15. So if you see or if you heard that channel 15 is too busy, ang daming interference na pumapasok, then you can switch to channel 17. So pwede kayong mamili. It's either channel 15 or channel 17 yung gamitin nyo kung saan mas hindi maingay yung channel. Eh sir, paano kung may gumagamit din ng channel 15, meron din gumagamit ng 17? Then you have to choose kung sa tingin nyo yung channel na mas less yung ingay para magkaroon kayo ng clear communication. So hindi nyo may iwasan yan kasi ayun lang yung channel na pwede nyong gamitin eh. And that is only required. That is the only approved channel na pwede nyong gamitin on board communication. So, other than that, hindi nyo pwedeng gamitin. Kaya, doon kayo sa channel kung saan mas ma-initiate yung communication nyo na mas malinaw. Then next, if you are in a navigated or navigation-related communication, via AIS satellite, so you can use channel 75 or 76. Ganon din, kung saan mas malinaw, doon kayo mag-switch ng channel. So kung mas malinaw sa 76, then stay on 76. So kung sa tingin nyo maingay sa 76, then switch to channel 75. So that is the channels that being used for the radio stations. sa lahat ng, not radio station, sa lahat ng communication between all other stations. So again, recap tayo. Channel 70 for the distress alert only, alerting. Channel 16 if you have a voice communication. Channel 6 ship-to-ship for the search and rescue operation. Channel 13 for the safety of navigation between vessels. Channel 15 or 17 for in intra-communication in which on-board communication lang siya. Then 75, 76 via satellite AIS. Okay? So dito na tayo ngayon sa VHF radio station. So we have the distress button. Ito yung pinag-aaralan natin before So other types ng vessel or other VHF station or VHF DSC. Sabi ko nga, iba't ibang klase ng VHF DSC, magkakaiba ng model, magkakaiba ng year built, no? So, yung ibang itsura ng distress button is yung pinaka uh, lead cover niya is ganyan, no? May nakalagay na distress and kulay pula siya, pero it is protected by a lead cover. So this button is protected by lead to use or to lift the lid to push the distress button to transmit a distress alert without kind of distress. Sabi nga natin, if you want to initiate the fastest way of distress alert and you don't have to put a nature of distress, just press the distress button immediately. Squelch. So squelch is used to pull and adjust the silent when no station is received. So this knob is to make sure before calling a coast station or working channel, there is no traffic in progress. So that is the use of squelch. Pagdating naman sa control button, control the power from 1 or 25 switching for international US channels, switch loudspeaker on, off, or off the setting in the light intensity. Sabi nga natin, we have the high power and low power. So if you're going to switch between low power and high power. So for the low power until 1 watt and for the high power until 25 watts. So we have the menu button. So switch between the tel mode for the radio telephone parameters as shown on the picture and the DSC mode. It stands for the parameters in which shown for the address book, TX call or to create DSC alert or announcement. Sabi ko nga, iba yung itsura nito kasi iba yung unit na ginagamit natin on school. Ganon din pagdating sa barko. Hindi the same na makikita nyo dito ang makikita nyo sa school kasi magkakaiba ng manufacturer, magkakaiba ng shipbuilding yan. Next, for the keyboard. So push the number buttons to key in a channel, press hold and shift button to get a access for the orange second function. So dual watch scan function and etc. etc. So on and off switch, push to switch the device on and off. So SOS stands for what? So oftenly napapagkamalan siya na ang ibig sabihin ng SOS is save our ship or save our soul, but there's no such thing as the acronym for SOS. So it stands for that your vessel is in help or need of a assistance or you're in distress. Ayun yung talagang pinaka-meaning ng SOS. Then we have the loudspeaker to influence the loudspeaker, turn on the volume switch or push the relevant control button. Meron din tayong indicator lamp, show in the indication of TX transmitting from 1 watt to 1 transmission mode and call for the DSC announcement for the alarm and call receive. Then we have the display, yung pinaka screen na kadalasan pinipindot nyo na hindi nyo napapansin merong mga keypads doon na dapat ay yung pindutin nyo. No? So the display shows that the current settings of channel, volume, squelch, and transmitting power, and loudspeaker condition, and also etc. And for the selection of channels, makikita nyo on screen if you change the channel to select any channel displayed from number 0 to 9 and select 28 for just press 2 and 8 for a quick change to channel 16. Or for the quick change of channel 16, meron tayong kulay red dyan, just press the 1-6 button or the channel 16 button. So the squelch daw, it is a sensitivity of receiver can be adjusted so that the basic noise, yung parang tuning natin yung isang radio para maging clear yung voice ng pinapakinggan natin sa other station. So it is adjusted level exceeded from the signal from can be passed or become audible. So any missing signals or any signals in which the below adjusted level, then the receiver remain mute. No? Kapag sumobra ka na sa kakaikot nyo. So doon ka lang sa sides na parang naririnig nyo yung boses na clear. No? Baka mamaya sa sobrang kakatuning nyo, hindi na kayo makareceive ng isang transmission. So dual watch. If it is necessary to observe on channel 16 and other channels, simultaneously press the shift button and the dual watch. Para saan ang dual watch? For example, sabi nga natin, magamit tayo ng channel 13 for the safety of navigation of ship. But yung vessel nyo is naka-switch ng channel 16. Sir, tatanggalin po ba namin sa channel 16? Kasi si channel 16 po is kailangan natin yan lagi. Naka-tune in dapat lagi yan. So, hindi po natin kailangan tanggalin si channel 16 at mag-switch sa channel 13. So, just simply press the dual watch. So, dual watch meaning dalawang channel kayo naka-tuned in. So, if you are communicating with the other vessel, so sabihin nyo, for example, MB Alpha, this is MB Bravo, please come in over. Diba? Doon tayo na-stop kanina. So, yes, MB Bravo, this is MB Alpha, channel 13. So, we're going to switch on channel 13, but at the same time, you are on the channel 16. Just press the DW or the double batch para naka-tune in kayo sa 16 and naka-tune in kayo sa channel 13 for the communication between two vessel and for the standby for the any kind of distress or any relating alerts na marireceive nyo para naka-tune in pa rin kayo sa channel 16. So that is the purpose of the dual watch. Then selection of power. So power button to switch from channel 25 25 watts or 1 watt. So it is depending on the distance to be covered. So it is depending kung gaano kalayo, kung low power or high power ba yung gagamitin nyo. So in other features, in every case, the operation instructions of this device has to be observed. DSC possibilities. In the maritime mobile service VHF equipment of two different quality standards can be used. So class A or B covers the VHF equipment in which obligatory for the use of on board or ships are applicable for the SOLAS convention. Again, sabi ko na sa inyo what is SOLAS convention and it is not a training. It is a convention. So for the Class D, mainly it is intended for the use of ships which is not applied for the SOLAS Convention, but it is voluntarily can be additional to be used for the obligatory of VHF equipment on board for the safety of life at sea for the vessels. So what is the technique for the DSC? So transmitting digital codes which allow suitably stations. So again, transmit and receive distress alert and transmit and receive alert acknowledgement. So that is the purpose of digital selective calling. Maka-receive kayo ng alerts at makapag-acknowledge kayo ng alert. Sir, kailangan ba namin mag-acknowledge? Yes, kailangan nyo ma-acknowledge para malaman nila na merong nakaka-receive ng kanilang alerts. No? Kasi that is the purpose of the system para makapag-transmit and para makapag-receive. Kung hindi naman kayo yung kailangan mag-receive, at least you acknowledge na nare-receive yung kanilang messages. Just to confirm na yung kanilang system ay gumagana. Again, sir, pwede ba kami mag-check? Kasi, di ba sabi ko sa inyo, for example, dalawang subsystems, magkabila yan, port and starboard side. Pwede ba naming i-test kung nagfa-function na maayos yung aming subsystem sa sarili naming vessel? For example, nagsesend kami ng distress alert not distress alert, sabihin na natin urgency alert. Distress test alert sa kabilang subsystem. Hindi pwede. Of course, marireceive nyo yan kasi nasa vessel lang kayo. kung gusto nyo mag-test kayo sa another vessel. But make sure na kapag nag-test kayo is you are referring only that this stress alert is only a test. Baka mamaya magkaroon ng commotion, magkaroon ng misconception, baka akalain nila you are really into distress situation. No. So, this is a test, this is a test, this is a test bago kayo mag-announce ng distress. No? Para clear sa other stations or other vessel na yung vessel nyo is conducting a test of the BHFDSC or any other subsystems na gagamitin nyo for a test. Okay? So in relaying distress alerts, no, announce urgency and safety calls, initiate routine priority calls, and set up working channels for subsequent channel communication of the radio telephony or radio telex. And for the detailed DSC procedures are continued or contained in the most recent version of the recommendation. For the ITU RM541, the only BHF DSC channel is channel 70, in which the frequency is 156.252 megahertz. So all DSC calls automatically include the phasing, error checking signals, and identity number, in which that is MMSI number of the calling station. The protocol includes the initial dot pattern, which is used for alerting, scanning, receiving that this DSC call is imminent. So other information can be added either manually or automatically. The actual information added is dependent upon the purpose of call, kung anong klaseng call yon. And the DSC is set up by entering information using command menu of the DSC controller that is attached and incorporated into the transmitter. So that is the first half of our discussion. Then balik kayo after 30 to 40 minutes for the continuation of the second half, no? So toilet break muna kayo or breakfast or lunch, no? Then continue tayo sa next discussion after 30 to 40 minutes. Thank you.